Welcome back to Tuesday Night Lights, where we are about to enter the prime time hour, where Brewton-Parker and Shawnee State will be taking the pitch against each other for the first time in about a month or so. They played in Summer Series not too long ago, and I am going to look up the result of that as soon as I can, because I have since forgotten it. I looked it up earlier today, and I forgot to maintain the memory, so I apologize for that. But I believe it was a 3-1 win for Shawnee State. And before I get too carried away with my results, let me just check on that real fast. And I can share my screen. I think I can do that. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Look at this. You get to see the beautiful table of results that I get to sift through to look for the result of the Brewton-Parker and Shawnee State series. Let's see it. Let's find them. Shawnee State 1-3. I think that means it's a Shawnee State win, I believe. July 11th. When was that? Week 2, week 3? Yeah. Shawnee State there. Shawnee State. Okay, what? You get what I'm saying, though. It was a 3-1. Someone in chat will correct me eventually. There's always someone that knows. Boom! I even saw Shu's name in Twitch chat earlier, and I should have known. Without, like, there's always someone that is in chat that knows more than me. Shu does know more than me. Thank you, Shu. I appreciate that. Yes. Brewton-Parker and Shawnee State. It's on a full rematch because tonight, in place of Manny, we will see Kyler subbing in. Brewton-Parker is such a deep program. It's crazy to me how they can just like mix and match their roster. Like it went from Antics, Milk, and Manny was the last roster that I watched play this past weekend. To then at one point this week it was going to be Antics. I think Sino was subbing in for Milk. There's Antics, Manny, and Sino, the typical Summer Series roster. And now Kyler is subbing in tonight as well. Antics was having internet issues. He's back. I was never worried. Through all those iterations of the Brewton-Parker roster, I knew that they would be competitive against Shawnee State, who, mind you, are one of the better teams in the eastern side of collegiate at the moment. At the very least, enough to make it to Summer Series. They finished 4-11, which isn't the greatest of results, but I do know from Slayer telling me that there was a time during Summer Series that I think it was Taco Stash was dealing with internet issues, and they sorted that out since then, allegedly. And once they go back to school later this week, it definitely will be sorted out. So we should be good to go tonight. And no test lobby tonight. I love it when I have high-profile teams competing in my show matches and tournaments, and they're like, they're going to be test lobbies, they're going to be admin. Like, no, I'm not fancy. I'm not fancy at all. I just love watching Rocket League. And if someone's lagging, we'll reset the game. That's usually my policy on it. So we will be good to go very shortly. And I want to show the map one more time, because we've got pretty much the second northernmost team, if you ignore the curvature, that's putting George Mason above Shawnee State there on the southern side of Ohio, versus the second southernmost team again in Brewton-Parker, and that Mount Vernon dot that's in the on the east side of Georgia. So it's a little interesting. I just like looking at where all the colleges are. I think that's just like a nerd thing in me. I enjoy geography, and I enjoy teams. It's not like traveling, but their location feels important, even though in esports it really isn't. That's why I make the map every week, and then show it like 1 in every 4 streams that I actually have. So we're waiting on Taco Stash, he reset his router. And actually Taco's internet is struggling a bit right now, so that's why we're delayed at the moment. If there are any Alright. K Frost has joined the chat. I know he's familiar with the situation. So we might be seeing a K Frost substitution. And Echo has popped in as well. What's up, Echo? Thanks for the follow, man. So we're going through some roster situations still. It wouldn't be a primetime match. Like the one last week, UTK versus Michigan State had a substitute on the Michigan State side. It wouldn't be a Tuesday Night Lights primetime match if it didn't include some kind of substitution. So Shawnee State may be playing with K Frost in place of Taco Stash. I think I was kind of dancing around that point. Thank you, Echo, for your contributions to Twitch chat. But we're chilling until then. With this being a substitute-filled match, I don't know how much stock I put in the Summer Series match, Shawnee State. I mean, they got the individual team versus team series, but overall, Brewton-Parker finished 6-9. Yeah, that would be how much they had with double round robin, 10 teams. Not double round robin, single round robin with 15 teams. Yikes! I need a co-caster tonight. I'm getting tired. Had to go into work today. Had a fun little collegiate work emergency that we had to put the fire out for. I didn't have time to make coffee. I should have made coffee. These series have just been too good tonight. They've been going too long, and I haven't had time to make coffee in between series just yet. So I feel like for the last one, I got sleeper coming in for the last series, so I may not need caffeine it'll be 9 o'clock at night for me pretty much. How excited am I for the UK College League? I'm excited. I mean, I don't follow 2K at all, but I feel like I have to now. Like, that seems like an awesome collegiate league. And I love basketball. I've commentated at the collegiate level a couple of times for Auburn intramurals, which is basically D3, and then actual D3 basketball. So 2K just seems like a natural combination of my love for the traditional sport and the esports thing that I've committed way too much of my life into. So I'm excited. I'll definitely be checking it out, regardless of any involvement. So Brewton-Parker still in the lobby at the moment. I'm waiting to see if it's K Frost or Taco. I'm gonna make sure they're ready the next couple of minutes, so yeah. Hey Sino, have you heard any of so I'll recap it. Taco Stash's having internet issues, so they're trying to get his router back on, and K Frost is going to sub if they don't have him ready at the 10-minute mark, which will be in 3 minutes. So that's the cutoff I've given him. If you guys want to go stick around in free play for a couple of minutes, I know some players like to do that, feel free. Just make sure you're back in at 8:10 Central, 9:10 Eastern. Yeah, you can train. I want you guys fresh. Sino and Kyler left immediately after I said that. I guess Antics is gonna be good. He's chilling. But a reminder as well. Here's another thing I can waffle on about. The final match of the night, after Brewton-Parker and Shawnee State have eventually taken the pitch, Kennesaw State and Clemson are our last series of the night. And that should be a banger. That one's on a lower level relative to ETSU, GMU, Brewton-Parker, and Shawnee State, but it's still going to be a fun one. Like, I just wanted a fun series to finish the night off. And last time I watched Kennesaw State, they beat Kentucky. So it's only fitting I give them another top-tier D1 school that's pretty solid at Rocket League to compete against. And Clemson's coming off the back of a solid CCS showing over the summer as well. They made it to the tournament after going 7-1 in conference play, and lost the national champions in round 1. But still, that Clemson team's gonna be fun to watch going forward. The Southeast just stacked with teams. I can't wait for the SEL to kick back up in a couple of weeks' time. It's coming up fast. But all right, it's Slayer, Duckworth, and K Frost joining the lobby. So as soon as the Brewton-Parker boys get out of training and back in, then we will get things going with a bit of a scuffed Shawnee State lineup. K Frost is a great player, but he does not go to Shawnee State, I believe. Hey, K Frost, which college are you with? Are you with King? And K Frost's fans swarm the chat. Okay, you're with King now. Gotcha. Sick. Well, it's a King and Shawnee State collaboration on Tuesday Night Lights. Ah, okay. I was wondering what happened there. And I think we're about ready. So if you've been wondering why we're delayed, Taco Stash, no internet right now. K Frost is filling his shoes. So it's the King and Shawnee State combination matchup for our third set of Tuesday Night Lights. I just realized I forgot to change the overlay as well, so we're really scuffed. So you're gonna have to deal with a logo-less overlay for just a little bit. But you've got some high-quality Rocket League up on your screen. If this is your first time tuning into a MrBepic stream, this is typically what it's like. Something's going wrong. Something's a little scuffed. But the Rocket League is always good. Here we go. Brewton-Parker in blue. Shawnee State / King in orange. We'll see if Taco Stash ends up coming back if his internet decides to cooperate. But it's nice to just have some actual action up on screen. It's just skied that shot out to the side. And I'm going to fix that overlay. Forgot to do that. You get to see it in real time. Isn't that cool? You get to keep your head behind the curtain of production. Not that I'm like an actual production. I feel like I am absolutely a clown when it comes to what actual producers can do. But we're up and running. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Have Brewton-Parker had possession for like 90% of this first minute? I swear I looked down to the overlay, looked up, and it was still Brewton-Parker in the offensive zone. Shawnee State. Maybe trying to get used to playing with K Frost. I mean, he was a substitute that Slayer brought to me, so obviously, I mean, these guys are probably used to playing with each other. To some degree, at the very least, whether that's rank 2s or whatever it might be. Either way, I think it's a fairly lateral substitution for Shawnee State. And we should still have a banger of a series on our hands. Running off to the sidewall is going to battle with Slayer and Duckworth. And yeah, Dixie joined the fray there at the end. Try and take that ball away from Shawnee State. But ultimately, it's Kyler at the end of the play that finds a big clear down the pitch. That clear. Well, that was off on muted mic. Did nothing. Shawnee State has found themselves a bit of a rhythm offensively. Parker still yet to break. Same for Shawnee State and Kyler. He doesn't find that. If he connects with that bump, it's a very different story as to what this Brewton-Parker offense looks like, and yet they're still nearly scoring. Trying to put that one out to the side. K-Frost trying to take advantage now. Pops that ball up mid. Duckworth will be up for it. But antics the same. Brewton-Parker's defense does well. Will be rewarded with a clear, kind of aided by K-Frost, but I think that ball was getting over the midfield line regardless. K-Frost, I feel like I've been saying his name a lot. He has been all over the pitch for Shawnee State/King so far. There he is again, looking for Duckworth mid. Pass back. K-Frost, pop up to Slayer. Who says a substitute doesn't bring chemistry? Love the passing play. For not still. Searching for this opening goal. Slayer now looks to provide it. He bails out of the play. It's K-Frost. Go to the back wall, but Antics. It's a good touch out to the side. No extra one, though. This is really just a battle for possession at the moment. There have been half chances for both sides, but it feels like nothing that the other team is doing will get through the defenses, but that one actually did. Brewton-Parker, a rare lapse. Double committed for that ball, and K-Frost missed. Purely open net. A bit too open, I suppose. 60 seconds to go here, and the primetime show match that I was hyping up has been scoreless now through 4 minutes. Will stay that way for a little bit longer. Antics has to make a tough read to prevent Shawnee State from scoring first, and he cannot. Duckworth finds that ball off of Slayer's Octane after Slayer made a wonderful block on the goal line and quickly puts a shot in an open net. He can do it. If anyone on this pitch can hit an open net, it's Duckworth. What's up, Tantalus Eternal? It's going pretty good. I'm waiting for this series to really heat up, though. I think both teams are kind of getting used to each other. These are not typical iterations of these rosters. K-Frost, obviously, going to King University. Tyler, typically not in the lineup with Antics and Sino. At least not from what I've seen. Game one, I think a feeling out game for both sides. The Brewton-Parker is still very much in a manageable spot. You just have to find it clear. You'd think that would be easy, but Shawnee State making it anything but. Score a second here. Slayer goes off the post, and maybe there's one more gasp of energy here in the Brewton-Parker camp here on 0 seconds. Off the side wall, Kyler will set up Sino to keep the ball alive. Antics moving in as well, centers it. Sino with an opportunity out to the side. Kyler has an opportunity himself, but didn't have the boost to make it happen. Shawnee State take a slow game one, and they held Brewton-Parker in check, my word. It started out, BPC had the bulk of the possession. That first minute, I think, spent, I don't know, 75% of the time in Shawnee State's half, but Brewton-Parker got pushed back upon by Shawnee State, who found control of that midfield line and did not look back. Even on 0 seconds, I mean, Brewton-Parker had a chance, but they were seriously limited by Shawnee State's control of that midfield line. And, well, moving to game two, we'll see what the Barons can do. It's the Bears who are on at the moment. And Sino's calling for a stoppage. I'll go back to me. And we'll remake the lobby. Don't know what happened right there. But in a series that's been plagued with resets already, it makes sense we got to go for another one. So let me get the lobby info back out. And we will continue to stop and start here. It was so smooth at the beginning. Sino's game died, or one of the games died. I don't know if it was Sino, but all right, we'll have a reset here. The lobby info's in the same spot. Sino, Antics is in my tournament server. I gotta get you in there as well, as often as you're playing on my stream. But we'll reset. Just a full game 2 reset. No one scored. No one really had any possession. A couple seconds in, so we'll do game 2 over again. But so far, so good for Shawnee State. If they keep up the level of pressure they had throughout game 1, they should be all right. All right. Rocket League back on your screen. Sino apologizes. It's all good. It happens. Okay. Sino's game did stop on us. So, kickoff actually won by Brewton-Parker. Oh, it's such is life. They win this kickoff. Only scoring first. Their first goal of the series. And now we are really off and running. K-Frost is still in. Taco Stash down for the count. But Shawnee State doing all right. Immediate response. They win their kickoff. Duckworth boasts a win through the corner with Slayer just shoving antics along. That looked like an offensive lineman in American football doing anything he can to protect his quarterback. Slayer did well to open up something for his team. And all right, no harm done with that opening kickoff. Tyler and Sino moving down the pitch together. Slayer doing the same thing to a little bit higher degree of success as they set up K-Frost for a shooting opportunity. Could get an angle attack on that net that would have resulted in an on-target shot. Parker, they get out for a second, but still struggling to set up consistent offense. Net, a little bit of space, but Shawnee State dunk. Parker has to try again, but Antics is brilliant. Gives Kyler an opportunity to shoot. K-Frost back in the nick of time will keep us level at one apiece. Slayer, tough read. He couldn't make it. And so Antics tested that Shawnee State defense. And unfortunately, for Bears fans, were unsuccessful in their test. Just trying to add one more onto the pile that Brewton-Parker are starting in game 2. Much better from them. I mean, held scoreless, obviously. The next game after, you end with a goose egg on the board. You're going to be doing better just to score a goal, but at the moment, Brewton-Parker looking good in counterattack mode. They're holding a bit more possession relative to what we saw out of them in the late stages of game 1 especially. Shawnee State still have a deep bag of tricks. Frost included. I've watched plenty of his Rocket League over the years. And he has no shortage of talent on the car soccer pitch. Here he goes, carrying the ball past a couple blue cars. Maybe one more. Forced Antics into an awkward bounce out the side. State construct offense. Shows a couple of wins, though. Definitely go up in flames along with Duckworth's car. Sino turning on that one, but Slayer was the faster of the two in that area. He's upfield looking for more. Unfortunately, Antics was prepared for that initial clear. They're not prepared enough to put the field right back in Brewton-Parker's favor, though Sino can do that. Bit of a hezzy right there before he got going, and Slayer didn't bite. Good defense. The Shawnee State captain. Off the side wall. Looking for Kyler down below, but Duckworth had that read from the get-go. Now it's Shawnee State's turn for an opportunity in offense that Duckworth signs off on. Slayer set him up, and Duckworth did the rest. Though K-Frost with an initial win down the pitch absolutely deserves credit for kicking that play off. We are tied at 2 apiece with 2 minutes left to play. Brewton-Parker have won another kickoff. Still off it. 54 sound gives Antics a chance to shoot. Can't put hard struck ball on target. Brewton-Parker come up empty-handed again. Another instance of a Shawnee State player down the field already, setting up offense. That's nearly resulted in a third goal for the Bears, but that one was not quite to be. This one, though, same deal. Antics thwarted by K-Frost there. Getting that ball from the crossbar. Shawnee State has some room. Tyler's alone, though, and realized it. Even an orange car graced his presence. Despite that, he remained in that Brewton-Parker corner for quite a while before the ball found its way out. K-Frost's hands. Duckworth is up ahead, demoing everybody at Antics after getting bumped, got faked as well. Sorry, man. Shawnee State just had your number there. K-Frost, oh, that's filthy. 3-2, Brewton-Parker are down a goal. I was reading their name on the scoreboard. Shawnee State's team out in front. Looking to defend that lead. Take it low and slow. Parker looking to up the speed. Find much success. The ball creeps mid. State is ready for that. And 6, pop for Kyler. That was a keen passing play. Out of Brewton-Parker, give them some space in offense. Force a double team as well. Now Shawnee State, K-Frost has his teammates for the night all kinds of covered up. Slayer, does he? No, it's a miss, but Duckworth stayed home on it. At Antics, bet on the Slayer read. That gives Shawnee State the win. 3-2. They did well to claim a late lead. And then even with it getting a little scary there at the end, Shawnee State come out on top. Again, close games between these two. And that's to be expected, even with the stops and starts, even with the delays and the substitutes. These are two teams that, with the 6 players at hand, objectively, I think this is a very even match. Brewton-Parker just haven't been able to get going enough. And I just see in the in-game client a certain Taco Stash 84 joining the lobby. Perhaps claiming his starting spot back from K-Frost, who has just exited, to maybe close things out with his teammates. We'll see how he fares. Hopefully, even with the internet not being on, perhaps for Taco Stash, he's still gotten some warm-up time in. Had 4 players on orange there for a second. But we're good. It's been a weird series. We're only 2 games in. Hopefully it goes a little bit longer. Taco Stash giving his first appearance in the Nightlight Spotlight. And unfortunately, it results in a recession of the Shawnee State offense momentarily. Parker having to deal with what seems like some up speed. Taco Stash is zipping around the field at the moment. Well, win that 50-50 and take that ball away from Sino and Fitz. Down the corner to Taco Stash. That ball short of on target, but Slayer in rebound duty will make sure the follow-up very much is. Yep, K-Frost, you did your work. You're right. Now time to let Taco Stash cook. And cook he is. Right there, that was clean. Did everything he needed to. Put together an effective counterattack. That was off the ceiling. Sets up Slayer for a shot that goes a little bit wide. Right back on it. Not phased. Taco Stash now looking for a bump. Calls Duckworth into the play. Bumps the last man. Duck almost dunked that in. That would have been immaculate. Instead, Parker plays a bit more defense. Shawnee State have one more go at scoring their second. Good block by Sino. Skimming that one away. Now gaining some space on the sidewall. Taco Stash right there again. He's everywhere on the pitch. Waiting for Duckworth to finish his string of 50-50s against Antics. Steps in, takes the ball from Sino. I know we are still in a fight at the midfield line. You can feel an upped level of chemistry and presence on the pitch out of Shawnee State. There's no slight to K-Frost. Taco Stash is just a starter on this team for a reason. Rocket League left though, and Brewton-Parker still are very much in this. All they need is one. Give themselves a good shot. That's a good start. Taking out Duckworth. Taco Stash though. Good start. Turns into a Shawnee State goal. Just as soon as you think Brewton-Parker getting something going. Shawnee State and their relentless pressure. Toss it right back in their faces. Stash out to the side, testing Antics. Can't even get through Duckworth, the midfield line. Things have shifted. This was a close set. And now Brewton-Parker struggling to gain established offense. 70% field domination in favor of Shawnee State here. Does not bode well for the Barons, but again, still a manageable spot. Need a bit more than just the one they did earlier, but they've got an offense that is capable. I saw what Kyler can do when Brewton-Parker was winning my Monday Night Lights tournament. I saw what Antics can do a lot across the last long time, probably since January, when they joined the SEL. And Sino, same deal. Been watching him for a while. Antics shot on and in. Brewton-Parker still alive. Reached a clean finish. Kyler, oh, he bumped Slayer as well. I think Slayer has that saved if he's not bumped by Kyler. So well done. Good shot from Antics, yes, but good off-ball movement by Kyler. Parker seemed rejuvenated a touch. Off kickoff, they look good. Now Taco Stash is still looking as good as ever. Playing the shot off the crossbar and the post. And unfortunately limited the opportunity for Shawnee State to put in their third goal. Either on the initial attempt or the rebound. Kyler chip shot. Coaxed to safety by Slayer. It's downfield. See if Shawnee State's expecting this. Got no boost. Setting up Sino, but Kyler dives in. That's an open net. That will not go in. Oh, the crossbar. An enemy of Shawnee State right now. Brewton-Parker just dodged a bullet, and they might still be in this. 20 seconds here. We begin our search for an equalizer in regulation. On the Brewton-Parker back wall, Antics looking to carry this. Gets through Duckworth. Taco Stash last man. Antics set up Kyler, but Slayer comes up huge on the goal line. Antics will try again, but Sino's backwards. Has to turn for this. Kyler, and after that initial opportunity, there was just nothing left for Brewton-Parker. Shawnee State take a 3-0 series lead. Our first one of the evening. And again, it's close. But Shawnee State just seemed to have Brewton-Parker's number. I mean, the 3-1 result during Summer Series. Now a 3-0 series lead. BPC just can't beat the Bears. I don't know why. Shawnee State's winning close games. That's what's happening. Brewton-Parker, I mean, they've looked good. It's not good enough. And Taco Stash coming back definitely was an infusion for Shawnee State, but that did slow down a little bit there at the end. Brewton-Parker gained a little bit of control and momentum, and they looked threatening. I mean, we could have very easily seen an overtime if not for Slayer being as brilliant as always on the goal line. Double commit. Two players went for Shawnee State right there, but Duckworth had the play tailed the whole time as the third man. Good stake out for him. They're a long-ish bout, dueling. Thinking Shawnee State's going to turn this into possession, especially that bump on the anthem. So, my word, it's still some absurd stuff on the pitch sometimes. I don't know how he managed to salvage that. Got bumped and carried his momentum into the ball, doubling it. Kept Brewton-Parker fighting for a chance to possess this, but still forced backwards. A great shot out of Taco. Now it's the Baron's turn. Rhino's going to carry this. It's through Slayer, but Duckworth in the nick of time on the goal line, keeping us tied at 0 apiece. Dash up for this. Another look to meet him. He's successful. I like the thought. Try and give him some space on the ground where we know he's brilliant. If you watched the Brewton-Parker team stream during the Uni Rocketeers World Championship this past weekend, you know how good he can be on the ground. That was a showcase. Here in the corner, your antics is trying to break apart the Shawnee State defense. Steals some boost. Can't quite get the pass he was aiming to land in the lap of Sino. His longtime teammate. This is a slugfest. No one with real opportunity at the moment. And Shawnee State had that one aerial shot from Taco's dash. This could be another, actually, with Taco putting that ball mid and Slayer nearly forcing through antics. But Brewton-Parker, all right, I take it all back. They are under threats, and Shawnee State will get themselves on the board. It was a slow, sluggish game 4 until Shawnee State ramped up the pace, started putting shots on like nobody's business, and finally found a way through. That is an open net miss. Tough shot, yes. One that Taco Stat is capable of, I think, getting around on. I think it comes back to bite Shawnee State. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Slayer will put that to the Brewton-Parker back wall and dash, put that mid. What a touch. Beating Kyler, but not Sino. Will not get the second for Shawnee State. That is, it's not a pass down the pitch, but Slayer was prepared for the skim that ball took off of Taco Stash's Fennec. You can see why this Shawnee State team is CRL level. It would be a shame if they didn't make it to the big dance in the fall. If there isn't a big dance, well, it's a shame on its own, but Shawnee State, an effective roster, a speedy one. They are complete. When they're firing on all cylinders, it's tough to beat them. Brewton-Parker just not quite there with this roster. Which, fair play. It's a roster I don't think they were expecting to use. I think Milk was supposed to play tonight. He's gonna have some internet issues himself. I don't know what it is about good teams and internet issues, but look at Boise State during Summer Series, Taco Stash during Summer Series, Milk and Antics this past week. Odd. So we're going around the CRL landscape, but we play through it. And Brewton-Parker still have a chance here. 20 seconds left. They have to not concede right now, though. And they won't, but not exactly gaining control of the ball either. Slayer will chip this to himself. We'll get it away from him. Into Duckworth's arms. Six off the sidewall. Will beat Duckworth. Ball down for Sino. Pop it over in the direction of Kyler, who all he can do is keep the ball in the air a little bit longer. Shawnee State, after dealing with some internet issues, pulling in super sub K-Frost, will end up sweeping Brewton-Parker. But every goal was a 1-goal game. And that, like, despite it being a sweep, was a close set. BPC did a good job staying in the race, but Shawnee State did a good job of just staying one step ahead pretty much the whole time. But GG's, K-Frost, dude, thanks for subbing in. I appreciate you. Subs are the real MVPs. Because forfeits, I don't like forfeits. Forfeits mean I have to, like, play ranked on stream or something like that. Oh, yeah. Big shout out indeed. Shout out to you too, Slayer. Thanks for coming back. I know there was no prize pool for this one, but you guys look good. I appreciate, like, the CRL level teams that will come and play in show matches, because there are some out there that will not. And a lot of us know who those are. But glad to see you guys getting some reps in. It's going to be a fun fall semester, whether there's CRL or not. We'll find a way to make it work. Here's Shawnee State's guaranteed sub for non-CRL events. Hey, I like it. Everyone needs that. Everyone needs that. All right. We got 20 minutes before Kennesaw State and Clemson are to take the pitch. One more look at the schedule tonight. This is going to be a fun one. Might not be as refined as we got out of Brewton-Parker and Shawnee State. But it's going to be a fun one. I can assure you that. Oh, yeah. A lot of teams are chilling out for a couple of weeks. But even during the season, there are teams that will not compete in show matches. But a lot of them will. And I really do appreciate that about our scene. It's awesome seeing how many guys are so passionate and just will play the game to improve with their teammates. It's cool. I love collegiate. I love collegiate so much. All right. I will take you up on that, BK. I'll let you know in a couple of weeks. I will reserve a slot way down the road. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to let KSU and Clemson know that they can hop in a little early. But in the meantime, I'm going to play one of my Monday Night Lights highlight clips. I might do that Mount Aloysius and Montevallo Game 7 that had like 14 goals. So please enjoy the break. I'll be right back in probably about 15 minutes or so. So don't go too far. But this last series, KSU versus Clemson, it's going to be 2 thumbs up. See you there.